Speaking like really well at 3.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
Dude,
I hate.
my taxes.
I hate.
That I believe.
I hate speaking to babies. I don't like speaking to kids under the age of 5. I hate it because
their stories don't make sense.
Well, not only that, their stories definitely don't make sense. Like they're like, yeah, well, I was walking down the street, elephant fought and sat down next to buffalo. Like what?
Smooth. I like
But
what you
like
did with that.
specifically babies like when they talk,
Yeah.
like, and then they it seems like they expect you to understand them. Like
They're babies.
get the fuck out of here, baby. Like don't expect anything of me.
Speaking of babies, where's the drunk baby?
Rocco's been gone for a
A
minute.
long time.
The homeless baby.
I haven't seen Rocco.
I haven't seen him either. I'm sure maybe he's trying to gather some scraps out back or something.
Like Outback by like the Outback Steakhouse Outback.
Possibly. It'd be a good place to get some fried onion ring.
Ooh, thank you, babies. But Outback Steak, just sit it down. Thank you. But Outback Steakhouse. So where do you guys like? Do you guys go out to eat? And if you do, where do you go?
I do Longhorn or I like
you do Longhorns.
everything has to be a
Just don't give him any ammo.
Applebee's, Longhorn, or like my top.
Oh, you
choices.
Applebee's?
Oh, so you tell me you do Applebee's?
Applebee's.
Fucking millennial.
I don't know how I feel about like Applebee's. I eat ribs at Applebee's. I think that's the only thing I get at
Really
Applebee's.
great.
That is a loud ass bag.
I'm sorry. Is this fucking up the podcast?
Yeah.
Why did I thought it would be open? Like, why did you
Open the fucking bag. Hurry up, please. Oh my! And then
The
you
worst
use your
ever.
teeth to
The
open.
worst ever.
Bro, come on, man.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Welcome to No Filter.
The No Filter.
No Filter.
The No Filter Podcast, which is
An EMP Network production.
in this show you'll encounter nothing but
Straight talk. No PC.
No PC
No PC consistency
Please note that the
opinions from the host.
are not a reflection of the EMP network. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening,
thanks for opening up your ears and your minds.
and we hope you like this one.
trying to be quiet about it?
Worse.
It never works out.
Never.
Like when you're in church or a movie or somewhere where a
Oh
meeting.
man, my
Popcorn has never been louder than when you're in a movie and like there's a quiet scene and you're eating and it's like
You look around.
Trying to open your Sour Patch Kids.
or a bag of chips. Chips are the worst. Why do they give
Chips
us
at the
chips?
movies?
Why do they give us chips at our meetings at work? At our
Bad
meetings,
idea.
at our meetings at work, they give us potato chips, and they're talking, and this room is quiet, and you just hear crunch, and they're talking. They're trying to talk over this crunch. First off, when you eat chips, you hear it in your ears.
It's a social experiment. It's a social experiment. They're doing
It's
that for
so
a reason.
weird. Like, why do you? That's so dumb.
I feel like we're gonna hear this bag the entire
Oh
episode.
boy.
I have a terrible sweet.
Look
tooth.
forward to that, listeners.
I have like seriously, my sweet. Do you guys have sweet teeth?
Yeah, all the time.
I have a horrible sweet tooth. Like I am a candy addict.
That's why you have to get that root canal.
I'm just getting tooth pulled. Fuck that root canal.
Are you
shit.
gonna get a what is it, like a an implant?
Fake tooth? Implant?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
They're called implants.
A tooth implant?
Why was it so funny? Why was it so funny? I'm serious. Like I have to get them back here in back of my mouth.
Okay.
Yo,
Why
listeners.
was that so funny?
Never heard of a tooth implant.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to No Filter. I'm your host Remorseless. I'm here with Double D.
Hey, what's up?
I'm here with Vandalay,
Vandalay Industries.
and we are rocking. Just the FYI, it's very rare that Double D like does this little pompous head throwback laugh that he just did. It is one of the best sights that you could possibly have. It looks so posh.
It reminded me. Yeah, it reminded me of like some evil villain.
You think you're gonna? You think you're gonna defeat me? Hold on, who's taking deep breaths? Wait, that was you? That was you?
Probably.
That was the second half of your laugh?
Probably.
You also
The second.
you also say ha 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 when you're really like hysterical.
Stop! Oh my god! Stop it! Some evil villain. He throws his head back again. Oh my god!
I do say ha ha ha.
It's like
where
you
it
can
came
see
from.
it all in caps. HAHA. You really ha when you laugh. I've never met a lot. I haven't met a lot of people that ha.
That is amazing.
That's better than
haws.
he
haws like it's crazy.
That is so funny.
haws. Oh, that was good. I needed that, guys. Thank you.
I'm like an evil villain.
That came straight from the soul.
It did, man. It did. I said evil villain, and he threw his head back again. I was like, this guy right here, man.
No, but I'm more flabbergasted at the ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Like you really, and then you
It's like super abstract.
Like your second half of the laugh is he. Like it has that.
Like, yeah, like you.
Dude, I cannot stand when people have a horrible or annoying laugh, though. How bad is that? When somebody has an annoying laugh?
I used to
it's
talk
pretty
to a
terrible.
girl. I'm going to try to imitate her laugh. I would tell her a joke. I stopped telling her jokes. I piss my wife off all the time because, like, I don't always laugh. I'll be like, yo, that is funny as hell.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. And saying, oh, that's
Like,
funny.
Yeah, I pissed
funny.
her off about that. But I used to talk to a girl. When I made her laugh, she would be like, she would try to hide her real laugh. And she would do something like,
Whoa.
and like cover her mouth.
Real?
Was it a fucking ghost? What?
It would. She would.
Definitely.
my.
Like, shut up! You sound like a car starting. Like, why are you doing that?
I like
Like,
the people who laugh, but nothing projects out. They're like holding their stomach, and they're like,
Oh, that's
like-
whenever they're really going.
Looks like
you
they're
know, you really
seizing.
get going.
I hate laughing so hard that like your chest hurts and your cheeks hurt, and like you start sweating. You ever laugh so hard you start sweating?
I was laughing like that, and I was sweating profusely with the Passion HD episode.
Oh, yeah.
I was dying, dude. I never heard nothing like that before.
Passionate. How about sneezes, too? When I hate whenever somebody they do this.
I know that.
Like,
is
you
so-
know that's fake.
Yeah,
That's
like
fucking
you almost
fake,
just
dude.
shit doing that, like trying to hold it in halfway and make it cute.
Somebody that we used to work with actually sneezed like that. Like
Really?
we would be back in the cells, and all you would hear is, "Ha-choo," and I'm like, and so we always made fun of her. But like, why are you sneezing like that?
Just sneeze.
I love the ones that are really loud, like it's like the loud build up, like the ah.
Oh, jeez.
Like they're about to turn into a werewolf. I like those ones, the acting out ones, like the ones where
Making all those
You
convulsions.
like you're coming right now. Jesus.
looks like a Kamehameha wave from Dragon Ball Z.
My buddy, one of my friends or so, we used to in high school. We used to just hang out on his porch all the time, and his grandparents' room was like right above the porch. But his granddad sneezed so loud, and in like the summertime, they would leave the window open, so we would try not to make too much noise on the porch. And I just remember one day we were just talking, like we were just mid conversation. It was about 4 or 5 of us, and you just heard, "Ah, Joe!" It was the loudest thing on the street, so we all like froze up, like, "What the fuck was that? And my buddy didn't say anything, so we just started ripping whoever sneezed apart. Like, we didn't know it was his grandfather.
Oh.
We're like, oh my God. Like, we wonder, man, imagine that guy on the PA system. Like, we were just going like crazy. And then after a while, he goes, that's my grandfather.
Oh, Jesus.
Why would your lame ass joke imagine that guy on the PA system?
I don't know. Just,
He's
it was a
corny.
ton of, yeah, I'm corny.
You are corny.
Corny. I do. I gotta say, I have a really loud. Yeah, I just let it go, man.
Really?
I gotta sneeze. If I gotta sneeze, I'm gonna sneeze.
Look, so, like, I'm so afraid to
I kind of
sneeze
want to make
these
these sneeze
days.
now.
I'm so afraid to sneeze these days because I feel like
Because of the Me Too movement? Yeah, I hear you.
there's that. Plus, I feel like I'm going to evacuate all my bowels.
Dude,
So I
yeah.
hate that, like,
Yeah.
because you never know when it's going to happen. Like,
Yeah, whatever. As you're getting older, it's like, that's
like in an airport, I'm like, oh no, oh God, I guess.
Let me tell you one thing. If I'm with you and you sneeze and you shit on yourself,
It's
you're going to want
before.
to kill me.
It's happened before.
I've
You
sneezed and farted before.
Yeah, it's a reaction, man. Like,
Can't help it.
when you do it in front of people, it's so uncomfortable because you're like, excuse me.
Yo, do you ever be around like old people that just don't even know they're farting?
No.
Like I was behind my great aunt a couple of times. She just let them loose, and I don't even think she knows she's doing it.
My aunt, she used to do that, and then stand there and be like, "Did someone?" I'm like, "That was you. You did that."
Try and blame it on someone else.
Remember my mom used to always say, you hear that frog? No. No, that was your ass.
Oh man,
Bro.
my mom, her poots are like,
Please don't ever say that again.
they're like shuffling cards. It's like that's the level of flatulence. Like,
Oh yeah,
can you do this?
when you're
can you do it better?
riffling through a deck of cards.
Yeah. Can you do it better than like? Can you?
No,
You
I
can't
have
do
it.
it?
I have a deck of. Hang on, keep
You have? Okay, yeah. This is crucial. It sounds just like that. That's exactly what it sounds like.
That's your mama's poots.
Boots. Oh goodness, we got up to a fantastic start.
Sumadre. The Puta Sumadre.
The Poot to Sumadre. The Poot de Sumadre.
Oh man.
That is hilarious.
Stop saying poop.
The queef of Sumadre.
The queef. Dude, 60-year-olds still queef?
I would imagine so. I don't think it has anything to do with age.
I just thought like
I thought queefing came with like sex because it's like filling up the
air,
air
yeah.
pocket. Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying
it
if
can happen
60-year-olds
at
still
any
have
time.
sex. 60-year-olds still have sex.
60-year-old
Oh,
sex.
I'm
I don't
sure.
even want to think about that. That's gross.
Imagine one queefing during sex. Like,
Would it sound like an old person queef? It would be like, it's so old it doesn't even roll anymore. It doesn't make that. It's like,
it's probably just like,
Did I leave a window open?
no, that was
It's
my
got
queef.
really dry and arid in here.
Eric.
That was my queef. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
It's just my 60-year-old queef.
All right. Let's go ahead and try to move forward now. Vandalay, you got a story?
Oh, I do. Oh man.
Tell me a story, Vandalay. Is it story time yet?
Can you hand me my lemonade, Double D?
Okay, so this story's pretty funny too. So back in school, we rented a house,
This is disgusting.
and
She had one job.
one of my roommates, he had a girlfriend, and I had a girlfriend. They were both coming down from Pittsburgh, and they would come simultaneously. Like, they weren't really like cool or anything like that. But this was a weekend that they were both there, and like mine didn't get down there until late because we were like arguing. We were like arguing and stuff, and I was like telling her, come on, come down. And she's like, no, I don't want to come down. Like, we're having issues, XYZ. She eventually comes down, but it's like later, and we're all about to go out.
Do you need help?
I'm trying to be quiet.
Just do it. One quick motion. Rip it off like a Band-Aid.
I was trying to be.
Morsa's trying to sneak some fruities in a mid-podcast story.
He always interrupts my podcast stories.
Always.
I didn't interrupt anything. I was doing that so I didn't interrupt you.
I was telling a story, and you're talking now.
You know, I can't win with you.
Anyway.
I can't win.
So, this was a weekend that they both come down, and we were about to go out, and she was pissed that I had her. I begged her all day to come down, and then I was still going to go out. So I'm like, listen, just get dressed. Let's go out, whatever. We could dance and have some drinks or whatever. And she's just being a complete bitch. So she's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. If you don't stay here, I'm leaving. All right, bye. You just drove all the way down here, right? So I go out with the guys and the one guy's girlfriend. Man, we get like super hammered. We return home. Now at this time it's maybe 2, 3 in the morning, and we're making all this noise. We're cooking breakfast and shit, and still taking shots or whatever. Me, subconsciously, I walk in the bedroom. She's still in there. I throw my phone on the bed, unlocked. Now at this time I was like crazy, like cheater status. Like it was no denying anything. Like if I got busted, it was all true, right? So I go out, but something with me, like when I get drunk or so, I like to take my clothes off, like. So I always like strip down like a kid. Like I strip down to my boxers all the time. I have like a t-shirt and I'm just walking around.
I can definitely vouch for that. That's disgusting.
So I walk to the front porch where all the guys are still hanging out. The girlfriend's cooking breakfast or whatever. We're all talking and shit. And then she comes out and she goes, "You only fucked her for 10 minutes," and throws the phone at me and hits me point blank in my fucking nose, dude. They're dying because I fall over in the grass now, and I have boxers and a t-shirt on. So, dude, it was the quickest transition I've ever seen in my life. She throws the phone. She goes in the door. She's back out the door in like 1 second with her bags, dude. It was the weirdest fucking thing. So now I'm getting up off the ground like, baby, no. Baby, please. As I'm saying, baby, please, and I'm begging, they are dying over here. This motherfucker got hit in the face with a phone. Like,
I'm not going to lie. I would like to see that.
I mean, she threw this shit like fucking like Cal Ripken Jr., dude. Like, she threw this thing so hard. Like, when you get like hit in the nose, you see stars and like
your eyes start watering.
Yeah, your eyes start watering. Yeah, I couldn't even see anything. Like, I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? And I see her come out the door. And I'm like, baby. So I tried to beg her to stay. And as I get close to her to try to grab the bags, she dropped the bags and punched me like 7 times, dude. She connected. Like, I was just like, I was all over the place, right? They're dying, like the entire story. Then I was like, ugh. So I push her back, and then this is why you can't push women still, right? You can't even push them back off of you because then they stumble back, they crack their head, some crazy shit happens. Yeah, if someone's hitting you and you're just trying to get them off of you, you just push them out of the way, like get out of here, right? So I pushed her, and then she did that toddler fall where her ass like went first and her legs buckled. Yeah. And then she gets up. She's like, "Oh, you want to push me? You want to push me?" And she chases me, dude. Dude, I ran like 3 blocks, no shoes, boxers, t-shirt on. I could hear them laughing still at the house, like, right? So I eventually get back to the house. She stopped chasing me. She goes back to the house. She gets in the car. Now I'm in the street, like on the hood, like, baby, please don't go. And she's revving the engine, like, get the fuck out the way. It's all this commotion, dude. And I was like, all right, fuck it, man, just go. And so I'm walking in the house, and I have an attitude. I'm like, fuck you guys. Like, I have an attitude. And his girlfriend's like, do you want breakfast? I'm like, fuck no. And I go in the room. I go in the room, and I lay down. And then the next morning, like, I don't know what happened within those 2-3 hours, but she ended up coming back to the house. Wow. It was like the weirdest thing ever, man. But I thought that was hilarious. Like, if you were there, because they bring the story up at parties and stuff. Like, remember when Art got hit in the face with the phone? It would be if you've seen it, it would be a lot more funny.
Yeah, no, I wish I had seen that.
It was hilarious. It was pretty funny.
Especially, I like to smash cut to her coming out with her bags.
Dude,
right?
it was like she threw the phone, took a step in the door, and came back out with the bags.
She was ready. So what was it? You only fucked her for 10 minutes? What was that? You kind of glossed right over that.
That was the text message that she read.
Yeah, that was the text that she read.
Cheated on her.
Yeah, I cheated, and I sent it to my buddy, like, and because we were talking, and he was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "Man, I only whatever for 10 minutes."
Yeah,
and
I see.
read that and
Do you
just
think she would have been a lot less angry
if it was for 20?
like 20? Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I think time matters in this, like
Let me-
duration.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong on that.
These situations always happen to him. I'm going to give you an art story.
Okay, smooth.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Granted, this is when I worked first shift, but it was a Saturday, so I didn't have. As a matter of fact, I was going in for overtime or something like that on Sunday. So it was a Saturday night. He calls me. He's like, "Bro, you got to come and get me," and I'm like, "What? Why?" He's like, "Man, I was arguing with such and such, and then we're sitting here going back and forth, and she keeps trying to swing on me, so I got away from her, but I had to jump out my car. I jumped out my car.
I do remember that.
I jumped out my car. You got to come and scoop me up. It's cold as shit, bro." I'm like, "Where's your coat?"
Wait,
He's
wait.
like, "I only got a hoodie on."
Wait, let me tell you what
What, did
happened.
she take your car or something?
No, let me tell you what happened. Okay, so a couple buddies of mine had these girls that lived in the same neighborhood as the girl I was dating, and that night we were going to hang out with them, right? And I told her I was just going to be in the house. I wasn't feeling too good. Just my luck, we go pick these girls up, and I get a text like, "Dude, I just seen your girlfriend at Walmart." It's like, "What the fuck?" One of my buddies, and I was like, "Well, which one?" And it was in the area we were. No, like which Walmart?
Which Walmart?
Oh, okay.
So it was in the area that we were in and going to pick up these girls. And I was like, that would be so funny if she just happens to see. And I had a Jeep Liberty, a silver one at this time. I was like, that'd be so funny if she happens to see this Jeep. She sees the fucking Jeep and starts like trying to ram us off the road, dude. We have the girls in the back and they're so dumb. They're like, what's going on? This is fun. Like, whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? And my guy Joel is like, dude, relax. Because you're going to fuck up the pussy, right? So I'm just like, man, some crazy woman alongside of us. And I can hear her, pull this car over. Like, it was like a fucking movie, right? So then I took a left turn, jumped out the car, told my buddies, just go to my house. Then I called Remorseless.
Wow.
And
So then
it was so dumb. And he's like, "Bro, man, look, I'm sitting here driving, and she's trying to hit me, and so I just told my boy, I said, you can take the car. I don't know where she is though, and it's cold as hell, bro. It was November. Yeah, it was November. It was like, and this was when the Novembers weren't like last fucking November. It was like 26 degrees, and he's like, I got a hoodie on, bro. You got to hurry up. And I'm like, I'm getting in the car now. He's like, you just getting in the car? I was like, you called me 2 minutes ago.
But where were you coming from? He was coming from so far.
I was coming from home. Like you were in like Monroeville or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was at home. It was when I was in Millville, I think.
Yeah.
And I was in Millville.
How far he had to come.
Bro, that is like a 30-minute drive at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Let
I
alone
would not make that drive. Sorry,
let alone fucking.
You're on your own.
Let alone fucking like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm driving, and on top of that, I got to drive the speed limit because my license is suspended. So I'm sitting here doing all of this, and I'm like, so I get up, and then he causes a fight in my house. I get up, and I'm like, I gotta go get Art. I gotta go get Art.
You guys were having like a fucking orgy at your house. What was happening in the living room?
Oh yeah, that is right. That is right. It wasn't an orgy though. No, like you need to relax. It wasn't a no. We had a party. It was a sleepover. Like everybody. Like here's the thing. If it was a
You
brothel,
had a sleepover.
No,
Adults do not have sleepovers.
adults do have sleepovers.
No, they don't.
Yeah, look, hold on. Let me explain.
It was an orgy.
When you're when you're having a get together at my house, you put your keys in the bowl.
Easy, buddy.
So everybody put their keys in the bowl, so that way we can all get drunk, we can all get fit-chased, you know. And then when we all get shit-faced, we don't have to worry about anybody dying trying to drive home. So that's what we do. Everybody just passes out wherever they are. It wasn't an orgy.
Well, okay,
there was
swinger
some
party.
stuff
When you're
going
putting
on.
your keys in a bowl, that's a swinger party, there, buddy.
Automatically. It was some funky shit going on when I got there.
Right. Okay.
But
There
he came and
was.
picked me up, and then
I can't control what other people are doing in the living room.
then eventually it's crazy because at this time I was still in college, right? So they took the girls to my mom's house, and I gave them the code to the garage for them to go to the basement. So I'm not there, and they have girls in the bottom, in the basement.
At your mother's house?
And my aunt is so not. She didn't even go downstairs to check. She thought he was there the whole time. She didn't even check to see who went into her fucking house.
So he ended up taking me home, eventually, and it was just a funny ass story because I was like, I almost died tonight because she was trying to ram us off the road. Like she was such enraged.
How much longer did that relationship last?
How much of
for like
that?
2 more
how
years.
much of that do you blame?
Oh my god! All right, can we?
How much of that
need
do
to have
you
a
blame
therapy
on
session.
yourself?
All of it.
Okay.
There you go.
I was
That's
pretty-
the first step, buddy.
I was pretty wild back
Honestly,
then.
I'm glad to hear that.
I was pretty wild back then. Vandalay Industries.
Yeah, that's the problem. Your import and export business. That's your fucking issue.
That's exactly what it is.
In sperm.
But you know,
Import, export. Well, maybe import. Wait, would you export? You would be exporting
I would
sperm.
be exporting into importing.
Yeah, and you import sperm into your mouth.
wait a minute.
That's why he's import-export.
That's disgusting.
That was really graphic. That was good. I like that.
How is that more graph? Dude, we talk about this all the
I just
time.
said-
How is that?
You-
I
I
was
wasn't
guys are
said-
offended by
I just
that.
said
I wasn't there
like
for-
that. That is crazy. That was what we like. That was what we accentuated. Like we pointed out that out of all things. Like we literally talked about chipped ham vaginas. But
I wasn't here for the sperm episode, but that was hilarious. You guys had almost an entire episode on sperm.
Dedicated sperm. Yes.
shout out to sperm.
We'll be having one dedicated pre-cum next week.
Pre-people.
That one's going to come before.
Oh, yeah.
that one's going to come before.
This
the
is a
money
prequel.
shot.
This is a prequel.
But
Pre-cum. The prequel to come.
Coming soon.
For the people who brought you pre-cum. It's cum.
Boner soup. Boner soup. Oh my goodness.
But that's funny because see that's like me going to get you at 3:00 in the fucking morning, even though it was against my better judgment, because I really didn't feel like
Dude.
it, and I was a little tipsy.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, you were because you were partying.
Yeah,
like-
because I sent you the invite. You should have just came over the house, but that's besides the point. Double D, don't get into that. So, like that's just something that I go by, and that kind of makes me wonder. Like, so I know I have an antiquated way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you're a generation ahead of us, but we as millennials, we really don't identify as millennials. Especially me, because like I'm literally a year away from not being one. Mm-hmm. So I have a very antiquated way of thinking because I was raised to basically to be born in the previous generation.
Right. I hear you.
So
Me too.
I have a question. So what are the ethics and codes that you guys go by as guys?
Ooh. It just in general, or are we talking dating?
You can't
I
pee.
mean like all of the above.
Can't pee sitting down. Can't do it. If I'm shitting and I have to piss, then I stand up.
Wow, really?
It's guy code. Guy code.
I don't know about that.
Wait. So you just
If I'm taking a shit,
pee just sitting?
yeah.
You know what I hate? I hate when I have to shit. I think I have to shit, so I sit down and I end up pissing, and then I fart, and I don't have to shit.
Like you just sat down to pee, buddy.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
See?
I
Guy
hate
code.
that
He's
shit.
like tricked again.
So you mean to tell me that's never happened to you? I'm not the only one on the podcast.
Yeah, you
that
are.
happened to.
Yeah, you are.
You're full of shit. Both of you are lying. That's why you have noses like that, because you're lying.
Tricked, motherfucker.
That's happened on multiple occasions. I'm not gonna lie. Accidental sit down to peas.
There's no accidental sit down to pee. You chose.
I thought I had to shit. Don't you hate those farts where you might have to shit? Where you may have to shit? So you like, I don't know if I'm going to let this one rip.
No, I told you. I once a day, and if it ain't coming out then, it's got to wait till the next day.
Oh, man.
That's more prissy than sitting down and peeing.
Prissy?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, I got to make sure because I want to look the best and I want to feel the best.
No, honestly, what it is, I'm sure you guys do this too. I mean, your body goes on a cycle. Mm-hmm. So don't you tend to go at the same time every day?
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, after lunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Here's the thing, like every time I eat, I end up having to take a shit.
Even when you eat pussy?
You know, that was my fault. That would be weird.
You know what else is guy code?
Speaking of eating, I'm sorry. The listeners should see the amount of wrappers that have piled up of Fruities here. Let me check to see how long we've been recording.
30 minutes.
30 minutes, and
There's at least 200 Fruities on the table.
How did
wrapped
you
up
get
in
through
it.
so many?
Who do you think ate more?
I think he did.
I did, hands down.
How'd you get through so many? I didn't even see you eating them.
That's because you were telling your story, and I was trying to be respectful and not make a lot of noise. So I'm like ninja sliding these across the table.
There is a... it is so high, this pile of Fruity Wraps. Hey, come on, man.
And so yeah, speaking.
You know what else is against guy code?
Yeah, what?
Can't own a loofah.
No, that's not against guy code.
No.
Wait, you guys have loofahs?
I've used them before.
I have
Oh
one.
my goodness,
That's
guys!
all right,
I
man.
have one.
Guy code, man.
That's against guy code.
I mean,
It's against guy code.
not
How
a
is that
pink
against-
loaf. Not a pink
yeah.
loofah.
Explain to me how that's against guy code.
I use my hands in body wash. Like I don't
No,
put it.
why do you use your hands? That's fucking
Are
disgusting.
you serious?
Yes. You don't use anything to take a shower with.
No.
You use your hands.
Yeah,
You
because
don't use
my
a
hands are
washcloth?
clean. No, because
Not even a
all that
washcloth.
stuff contains it gets all that dirt in it. And you're just re-dirting.
What the?
Is that a word? Re-dirting yourself?
Fuck do you-
No, Art, it's not.
Not a word.
Not at all.
You're re-dirting yourself.
You use your hands. That is so nasty.
No, it's not, dude. It's called body wash. Like,
No, dude.
No,
Because then you
no,
gotta
it's
wash
called
the crack of your
hands.
ass.
yeah, I do it with my
You gotta
hands.
wash your balls.
You do-
And then you
you
gotta
wa-
wash your face.
Wait.
Dude,
You
I'm using
wash the
soap the
crack of
entire
your
time.
ass with your hand.
Yeah. What's wrong with you guys?
I don't know. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with you?
So
Use a
you
washcloth.
credit card yourself?
Yeah.
Spread them. Bend over, spread them, and
I
wash
check my prostate too.
I do check my prostate. No, I don't do that shit. I check my balls though to see
every
if there's a
night. I
lump.
check my prostate.
Every time I take a shower, I check my balls to see if there's a lump.
Squeeze
So
them.
just
Do you
developed
squeeze them?
overnight.
I don't know how they develop. I'm not a biologist.
Yo, so so what else is against guy code?
I think being like sensitive.
That sounds super disgusting.
I'm trying to stay away because
No, I know. I see you. I can see you.
like I'm not a fan of beta men.
Yeah.
Like I said, I understand that I have a dinosaur's way of thinking, but I'm not a fan of beta men. Like I don't think that guys should be so fucking touchy and sensitive. Like I think that inappropriate shouldn't come out of a guy's mouth.
yeah, the word inappropriate is just so vaginal.
No, there's things that are inappropriate.
Sorry.
You don't use the word. You don't think anything should be
I don't really say
inappropriate.
I only say inappropriate around women.
Not in speech amongst guys.
Yeah, like if I'm in a
in
room
mixed
full of
company,
fellas-
yeah. But if it's just us,
Yeah,
like
yeah. No, I mean, but
absolutely
there are
not.
things that are inappropriate.
Yeah, but if I'm in a room full of guys, I will never use the word inappropriate.
like,
there
I-
shouldn't be anything inappropriate.
Okay,
I mean, there
fucking
can be shit
joking
inappropriate.
around at work, throwing shit, having a good time like you're at a party. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, but like that's circumstantial because that's also like a professional place. But
That's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah,
you can't just say
absolutely.
guys can't say things are inappropriate.
No, but that's not what we're saying. We're saying like in a group of guys, like if like in this group or if there's like a whole bunch of us, like friends getting together, like there's nothing that's inappropriate. That's how I look at it.
What was that?
But like obviously,
Fuck you.
but I mean, obviously, when you like job and shit like that, when people can take offense and it can be a detriment to you, then yeah, there's inappropriate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not even talking about causing offense to anybody. I'm just saying you can act inappropriately. Acting like a little child is acting inappropriate.
I mean, at work, yeah.
I think
No, in general.
No.
If you're a man, you should not be acting like a child.
I think
There's a difference between acting like a child and being immature. Do you agree with that?
No. I
No?
don't.
You don't?
I don't. I don't know. I can be
a
convinced.
perfect example is the fucking podcast is immature. We literally just laughed for the first 15 minutes of this podcast over the word poot.
yeah, but
that's immature.
I would not
word.
say that I'm immature. But
There's-
I guess it's semantics. I guess.
No, I said being immature. You don't have to be. You don't, like. You don't have to be immature in order to be immature. Or you don't have to be immature in order to act immature. That's what I should have said.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
What do you guys think about tanning? Is that against guy code?
Yeah, that's against guy code.
Yep, for sure.
You don't tan, Double D?
No. Does it look like I fucking tan?
No,
It's
not
the
at all.
winter time. Like, so even in the summertime, because they say, for example, I was talking to one of our coworkers and we were talking about how you get burnt by the sun, but like they said, if you go tanning before you go out into the sun,
I've
like
heard
the
that.
first tan,
Yeah.
you won't burn. Do you burn by the sun?
I can, but I tan pretty nicely. But I don't get burnt, but yeah, I won't go tanning. That is too far from me, is what I'm trying to say.
tanning is
I will
just-
deal with the consequences of getting a
wow.
sunburn.
With your self-proclaimed hot topics, mediocre discussions, cookie-cutter charisma, non-personal personalities. That's just all cute, but this is No Filters. We can give a fuck less. Don't panic. We'll only sort out what's what. And after you've realized you're at the bottom of the hill and you can't see us, you can reach me, Art, and the rest of the No Filters family at Facebook, EMP Network, Instagram, EMP Network 412, no spaces, and Twitter at Network_EMP. Man, fuck this. I'm out.
Art, where you going? Sunburn looks like it fucking sucks. Like when my wife gets sunburned, she's basically you remember those little light bright things that you used to write on and it leaves the mark in like a different color. That's how my wife is. She's red, and if you touch her, it'll like leave your
press it,
handprint,
turns white.
and it'll be there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Shaving your legs.
Yeah, that's That's
Yeah,
against guy
no.
code.
I know some dudes who do it too, man. It's weird.
It's circumstantial though, because if you have a leg sleeve, I can understand why you shave your
What
legs.
the fuck is a leg sleeve?
Tattoo?
Tattoos.
Oh,
Like,
oh
just
yeah,
like
okay.
if you have just like the last podcast, I said my friend, he shaves his arms, and the reason why is because he has complete sleeves and he wants the picture to pop. That I understand.
right.
But like just doing it because you don't like the hair. Nah.
Now, I knew some dudes who did it because the spat tape would always get caught, and so the spat tape comes up pretty high. And say, for instance, they weren't wearing like socks or anything over it. That's for that reason. But like just to do it, just like no, man, I wear, I just want to
Yeah.
smooth legs.
I like the feel of it.
No, it's against guy code.
Yeah, but let's take a step back for a minute because I want to go back to this whole sensitivity thing. Like, I've been in several groups where guys get mad at what other guys say.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not. I think that's against guy. That for me, that's against guy code because there shouldn't be anything that you can't talk about. Like, I don't agree with that at all. Even if you don't understand or disagree, I still don't think that you shouldn't not talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with somebody at work, and he brought up like our past conversation, and I was like, yeah, what conversation are you talking about? Like, people always ask me, oh, you remember when we were talking about blah blah blah, and I look at them and I'm like, no. And it's because I legitimately don't remember our previous conversation. Like, I
We
talk
about a lot of things.
well, not only that, but I talk to a lot of different people. I talk to at least 50 different people a day. That's 50 different people at least that I talk to a day. How the fuck am I going to remember an innocuous conversation? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's something that you should get offended by. Like, that's foolish.
So somebody was offended by a conversation we had? Is that what you
Well,
said?
I asked him, I was like, what was it? Refresh my memory. He was like, well, if it's not worth your time to, he said, what? If it's not worth your time to remember, it's not worth my time to repeat. I was like, okay. I don't
So
care.
this sounds like the opposite of conversation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what to get from that.
No, because the conversation was he brought up one of our old conversations. And
Which
then I
you
was
did
like,
not remember, and
Yeah.
then he said, "Forget it."
Yeah.
Good talk.
Exactly. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm going to sleep the same. But what I'm saying is a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people will bring up old conversations and I don't remember them. It's that simple. You may say something that refreshes my memory, and I'll say 30% of the time it will.
So you're saying people getting offended by you not remembering is
People
is that,
getting offended.
is that what your point is?
People getting offended by. I guess you could say that. I guess you could say people getting offended by not remembering conversations or just like assuming that everything that you're saying has the exact same importance to somebody else as it does to you.
Right.
Like-
Yeah. Here's my thing with alpha males and beta males. I think being an alpha male without a moral code is that's just a dick. You're just an asshole. So I don't think that you can just force your way into being an alpha male and proclaim everybody else beta males. Okay, to be a true alpha male, you have to be a leader. Okay, and you have to have a moral compass and things that you abide by and be a leader. Okay, it's not just because you're the toughest guy in the room.
That's a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. The thing is, and it's funny because I'll use this as a reference. I was playing. Remember, I was saying I was playing Madden, and this guy was just talking shit like he was going to clean me up. He was going to clean me up. He was going to clean me up, and then I beat the dog shit out of him, 58-8. And like, what I said to him was, it's funny how it's funny when people jump in the ring with Ali because they think they can box, only to realize when fighting them that they've never been into a real fight. And it goes right back to everybody's a Don until a Don walks into the room. That's actually a Nas bar. And the funny thing about that is a lot of people proclaim that they are this type of alpha male until a real alpha male comes through and you show your insecurities. That literally shows that you're a beta.
Right. That's one of my big pet peeves right there. Is someone who thinks that they're an alpha male, but is not. But here's the thing: alpha males that put down like beta males, but they themselves are not a true alpha male. You know.
Like the thing with betas, like I don't really resonate well with sensitive people to begin with, but I'm not going to put you down. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to be around you, just like you don't have to agree with me or be around me. I think a part of being an alpha is being able to get away or choose what to engage in and understand that everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not going to think the way you think, and they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be okay with that. Now, the other person, they may not be, but it's not necessarily you. Like you can't control what other people do, say, or feel, right? So what you have to do is you have to understand that you're not going to be liked by everybody.
Right. Oh yeah. I think that's key to growing and changing and evolving and not realizing.
And people in general, that should be
sure.
a thing.
Yeah.
Like you should. It's not even about because you don't have to be an alpha male, just an alpha and a beta in general. Like I think that's the one of the biggest distinctions in them is an alpha is too busy to really care about what other people think as
True.
long as they believe that they're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a beta gives a fuck about everybody else and their opinions, and they try to please everybody.
Right.
And they try to get along with. They try to become like friends and amicable, and try to find a way to be a friend with everybody, knowing.
Can you this right here, please?
Knowing that, or for some reason they don't understand that you can't be a friend to everybody.
Right. Yeah, I agree. It's like with the alpha that they have other things to worry about. Like, I mean, there are some things that are just you should not be focusing on. It's like things that, like with
wearing wearing pajamas in Walmart.
Exactly. We should have moved past that a long time ago, and yet it still persists. I
don't
know why.
I like that spin. That was nice.
So it's kind of like the primal part of your brain that sits at the base of your skull that regulates your heart and your lungs and everything that you don't think about on a conscious level, right? Because your body is taking care of that. You don't have to think about breathing. Your body just does it for you. But yet, on some certain subconscious level, your body is thinking about that. But it frees up your higher mind to focus on things. It's like, okay, that shit's I don't have to worry about. That shit's taken care of.
Exactly. And it gives you, it frees up your mind. But the best thing about it is, now here's a question for you guys. Do you think that you are born an alpha and born a beta?
I think like all things, I'm sure there's contributing factors.
Well, the reason why I'm asking that is because like it just seems like the when you meet or talk to or you're around or like a true alpha person, like you can tell because of it's like being able to jump your whole life, right? You can still work on your legs so you can jump higher, but you've always had that, and everybody's seen it, and they're like, wow, he has natural ability. You know what I'm saying? I think in alpha, you're born in alpha. I think you have a natural ability to be an alpha. When you walk into a room, everybody knows that you're an alpha. The difference between an alpha and a beta is when a beta walks into the room, he's comparing himself to everybody. In alpha, when an alpha walks into the room, he's just focused on his goal or what he has to do. He's forsaken everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because he's there for a reason. Like if I'm going to Walmart, if I'm going to Walmart to buy something, I'm going there, buying it, then leaving. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think like alpha mindset is. When you walk into a room, you're walking in there for a reason. You're not worried about what that person thinks or what that person thinks or how that person feels and how that person feels. You're not worried about these things. You have your own agenda. Right.
Yeah, that's a quality of an alpha. And you don't have to be an alpha to have that quality.
Yeah, but I think like there are certain features in being an alpha that you are born with, and they just get better with time as long as like I think a leader will eventually always lead.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And that's what I was asking. Like, or do you think you're born with one or not? That's what I just wanted to explain it a little better.
Yeah. I think leaders, natural born leaders, obviously it's in the name. But I don't think that precludes everybody else from becoming a leader.
Oh no, absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not. You can become a leader. There's just a difference. That's what I'm saying. There's a blatant difference.
For sure.
Like there's a blatant difference between a boxer, somebody who was naturally born to box. Like there's a blatant difference between Muhammad Ali and Butterbean.
Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? One's trained to fight and the other one is a fighter.
Right.
Like it's funny because hard work beats talent if hard work will always beat talent if talent doesn't work hard, correct? But if talent works hard, talent can excel to levels that no amount of hard work can get you.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
But I love the fact that Vandelay really didn't say anything this whole time.
He was checking the scores.
Yeah, I was checking the score, but I thought we were going into guy code. I mean,
where were you?
No, I'm saying like we were. I thought we were throwing out guy code things, and then you just went and spew on about like alpha males.
That's how we do it on the No Filter podcast.
All right.
Do you have more guy codes?
No, I don't.
What the fuck?
I thought that we were festering these things up amongst each other, figuring things out here.
Moving on.
Speaking of working together and figuring things out, you do that in a relationship, don't you? You have to do that. It's a key
You're
component
so corny.
in relationships. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, another guy code should be honesty, right?
What do you mean?
Don't ask him.
Oh my gosh! Why does he need a preference or
Can you
a premise for honesty?
like you have to spelling bee? Can you use it in a sentence?
All right,
Do you need your lawyer here?
Vandalay, be honest with yourself.
Okay.
So spell it.
Oh, you want me to spell honesty?
Anyway, so like,
Iridocyclitis.
what is
No one. Okay.
No.
what is
For a
the
very
percentage?
niche audience, right there.
What is the percentage of relationships that you think would end if you were 100% honest? Give me a arbitrary percentage. Double D.
100%.
100%.
I said 70. And the reason, and so why do you think so?
Well, I don't know. I guess there's some people out there that are like that. I don't know. That's a very... I don't know anybody that would want to be... You would want them to be honest with you 100% of the time.
I would.
Someone that knows you and knows every flaw about you and knows the
I
deepest, darkest...
100% would.
I kind of want that too.
Like
I don't want it to be annoying. Like, don't just mention shit like every second of the day, right? Like, your shoes stink and you walk funny. Like, just,
Right.
but like if it's something that you need to tell me and something I'm clearly not aware of, then I would like for you to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not even that, but
But
like
in this situation-
your shoes stink and you walk funny. They're pretty funny things. You
Well,
know?
no, I'm just saying, like, as soon as I come in the door,
Like, my wife always talks shit.
Like,
My wife always talks shit about me walking on my toes. Like,
yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like if someone is getting pretty excessive with just wearing you down, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's something
that's
else.
toxic.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's a general conversation for you two. You're going to be doing the
Here's
same
my
thing. And
question.
it's not really you're not really biting at each other if it's not negative. Like if you're just talking to each other and this is just how you communicate.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
But-
you're not really biting at each other. You're not wearing anything down because all you guys are doing is having a general conversation.
Here's my question. Why would you, if you love someone, why would you talk to them that way? Is my question.
What do you mean?
Like-
Why would you
like
speak
honest?
honestly to them?
No. That's not what I said. Talk to them the way that you were just talking. You're like, yeah, well, you walk, whatever your examples were. You smell or whatever it was. You look funny. Why would you speak to someone that you love
Well,
that way?
I mean, if you
Even
walk
if
in
it's
the
true.
house,
Say it's true. 100% true. Your wife's feet smell.
if you walk in the house and your wife's feet smell, you're like, damn, your feet, bang, go take a shower, go wash your feet. What's wrong with that? That's a joke. Like, I mean, it's honesty, but it's honesty through humor. What's wrong with that?
Okay, maybe through humor, but if you're constantly...
No, I don't mean walk in like, bitch, your feet stink. Go wash those motherfuckers, you dirty ass bitch. No.
Who addresses
No.
people like that?
Yeah, but like if I walked in the house and my wife's shoes smelled, I'm gonna be like, you want me to sit these outside or spray them with you forgot to spray your shoes today. Your feet stink, huh? You take a shower yet? Huh? Dirty ass feet. Like joke around like that? Yeah, absolutely. That's funny. That's funny and fun. And plus, like that's a situation where like it's a position of comfortability. You know what I'm saying?
What was that word again?
Comfortability.
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 This podcast is going to be named Comfortability.
That's comfortability right there.
Like it's a position of comfortability. Like, that's a word, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe not the way you're
You're
saying.
saying it weirdly.
Is comfortability a word?
On the website yourdictionary.com, they say, noun, countable and uncountable, plural comfortabilities. Comfort, the condition of being comfortable.
Yeah.
Something
That's
or
the second
someone
one,
is
right?
comfortable.
That's the second one I caught you with.
I guess.
Say it
That's the
again.
second one
You
I
said,
got
say
you.
it again.
Yeah, say it.
Comfortability.
That's not how you said it.
I said
That's
she
not how you
corrected
said
it.
I said comfortability at first, and then I did say comfortability.
Yeah, you,
like,
But I
skipped
keep
over a
saying
few letters.
comfortability. Yeah, I keep saying comfortability.
It's like that
for some
bouncy ball on
reason.
the words, but it hit like just a couple letters.
Bounced too far.
like that's funny. That was a real good analogy right there. But yeah, that's a position of comfortability that I would want. Like, I would want that. I would want that honesty. I would want that. Not even if it's playfulness. Like, as long as it's not negative. Like, if I'm like, your feet stink. Like, I would want that. If I have a booger, I would want that booger. I would want you to say I got a booger. I want honesty.
Give me some more examples.
Your feet stinking, or if you didn't take a shower and you smell.
Why does everything have to do with smell? Give me some other examples.
If you're slacking on what you usually do in the house, like cleaning wise, you would want somebody to say something to you about it. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Or like if you're slacking at work, you would want somebody to say something about you slacking at work.
I'm just talking about someone you love. I'm not talking about work or
something. Yeah, well, like cleaning wise, if you're not clean, if that person's not cleaning the house, you would want, like, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, I would want somebody to say that to me. Like if I haven't done the dishes or something like that, or if I've been slacking on doing the dishes, and
I can see that. But whenever it comes to like personal hygiene stuff, I think that's maybe
no. The personal hygiene thing definitely should 100% be something that you should talk about. That is 100% something that you should be 100% honest about.
Well, because I think we can cut that 100% back, because that's. What do you mean? It's not 100%, because I'm not agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's 100% something that you should be talking about. That is absolutely 100% something that you should be talking about. You don't have to agree. The point of the matter, the point of the sentence, or the key word is should. And that's just something that I think. I think that you should 100% be talking about that. Because if you're next to your significant other and that person smells, and you go out with this person and this person still smells, other people are going to smell that person smelling and wonder why you don't smell that person smelling. Like, that's disgusting. So the hygiene is in jeopardy.
Well, I would question why you're with someone that doesn't have good hygiene in the first place.
See, that's a deflection, because we weren't talking about that. I would question that shit too.
It's not a deflection at all, because why would, after like 5, 10, 15 years of marriage, whatever, if you're dating, that's a red flag. If I have to tell you that you don't have good hygiene, that's a red flag there. You should know your own hygiene level.
Yeah, but if that person, like, for example, if you didn't take a shower that day and you were cleaning the house and you didn't take a shower or something like that, like, there's reasons why you smell, and since you're in it, it's like when somebody has a dog and they don't smell their dog, and they don't have they're immune to that scent now.
It's like bell blindness. Right? Callbacks. We got them.
Oh man, I'm gonna start putting a previous podcast alert. Like, hold on real quick. So like, it's one of those situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that person had like a funky ass feet the whole time and you're still with that. But like, if that bothered you that much, you shouldn't have got with them.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it's a circumstantial thing. Like, if you didn't take a shower all day and your wife or significant other walks into the door and she's like, "You stink. Go take a shower." Like, you shouldn't be mad at, like, that's good healthy honesty. That's good healthy conversation.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. Where I was disagreeing with before is if you're in a relationship where you guys are just constantly nitpicking at each other. Yeah. That's not a healthy relationship.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. It's not nitpicking. Like, it doesn't have to be negative. Conversations don't have to be negative. Like, you put the energy into the conversation that you want. You control the conversation. Do you agree that you control your conversations? You control your words. You agree with that, right?
Yeah, I control my words.
So conversations do not have to be negative. It all depends on how the recipients of the conversation takes the conversation, right?
Takes what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not the conversation.
Or takes the exchange, I should say.
Yeah.
So when you're having these conversations, like, if you're comfortable, like the way me and Vandelay talk to each other, you would think you should hear how me and my sister talks. If you think me and the way Vandelay talk to each other is bad, me and my sister, whoo, it's like my brothers and sisters, immediate family, Well, I guess they're extended family now because my wife's an immediate family.
What is that?
But-
Hey, don't worry about it, man. Don't be worried about it. Don't be quiet for like 20 minutes and then say something when I burp.
But like the way we talk, and it's just the way we speak to each other. You know what I'm saying? But it's not anything negative. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like how when me and Vandalay were talking in the text, that was a very, very mild
pretty mild.
conversation to how we normally talk to each
Yeah.
other.
It was pretty mild.
You know
We
what
were
I'm
just-
saying?
Yeah, that's family. That's different than
Opposing,
than a loved one.
What?
mean,
Wait,
like,
what?
Than
Then a significant
a
other.
significant other.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, but it shouldn't be that different though. That's what I'm saying. You should.
it
You should.
should.
No, you should
You
want
put
your
your
significant
boner in
other.
your significant other.
You should want your. You should want your significant other to have just as much familiarity with you as your family member does. Familiarity. Look it up.
Just go ahead.
I
just
would-
ask her.
I would want it to be different because otherwise I would just stay with my family for my whole life.
Yeah, but you're not fucking your family. Well, I mean,
I mean,
at
I
least
guess
shouldn't.
if you want to marry someone that's exactly like your family, I mean,
No,
go
but
for it.
I'm not saying you're marrying someone exactly like your family. What I'm saying is you're marrying somebody as familiar to you as you can be, as open and straight and funny
Well,
and
see,
all of those other
that's
things.
subjective,
with.
because, and I'll tell you why that's subjective,
Okay.
and I don't agree with that at all because people have different family dynamics. Like
Yeah.
we were talking off air before we started.
You see, that's why I use my family as an example.
Okay, but you're speaking in absolutes. Like it should be this way. You
See,
should do.
Here's
this.
the
You
here's
should
the
do
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. When I speak in absolutes, you don't have to listen to them.
Well, I'm having a conversation with
right
you
here.
Exactly.
On a
exactly.
podcast,
But I
so-
shouldn't have to say that I'm speak that some people and no, I don't have to. I shouldn't have to preference or I shouldn't have to preface what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to do that.
No,
So yeah, I am speaking in absolutes, but I'm using examples of me to speak in these quote unquote absolutes.
yeah.
So
Well, then
that way,
I just think you should use
no,
different
I'm-
personal pronouns.
absolutely not. Absolutely
instead of
not.
you. But well, because and that's a big pet peeve of mine is somebody speaking as if they have authority to speak for everyone when it's no, you don't speak for everyone.
Yeah, and I agree, but once again, it all depends on how
But-
you take it. Because if you'd have done the same thing to me, I'd have been like, all right, well, but it all depends on how you take the conversation.
It doesn't. I think
It
that
does.
is very objective right there.
It does. It definitely does. I mean, you say it's objective.
But here's
like,
here's what, because if there's an audience listening to this, right,
Uh-huh.
and you're speaking in absolutes, they're going to say, "Oh, that's the way that things are," the way that remorseless is saying.
the audience should not. They should do their due
Well,
diligence.
if I say this-
we consistently say you should listen, you should do your due diligence, and you should go
But
ahead.
you have to
and,
take personal responsibility for the words you use.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why I'm using my own examples, and that's why I'm doing it, and so that's why I'm using my own examples, and that's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm first off, you shouldn't even look at me as a type of authority. I'm just a person on the microphone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how you should be listening to me as a person on a microphone.
Yeah. No, I know. I just take issue with you saying that it should be this way and it should be that way. Whenever it's, I personally am this way and I personally do this.
Yeah, but I mean, like I
That-
said,
that's
I'm
all.
just
That's
going
all.
by my person. I'm just going by
I know.
my
That's all I was
personals.
saying. But
Yeah.
anyways, to get back to, I would not marry somebody that I have the same family dynamics as I have with my
Dynamics.
family.
Go ahead.
Hey, Google. Is dynamicism a word? Is that what I said?
Dynamicism.
Here's the definition of dynamic, of a process or system
That was
characterized
wrong. I was
by
wrong, you
constant
guys.
change,
I think I'm wrong.
activity, or progress.
I was wrong on that one. But anyways, I would not find a significant other that I had the same dynamic as I have with my family. To me, those are two totally different worlds.
I mean, yeah, and I agree with you completely. It is subjective, but like I said, I 100% want that.
Yeah, like think about it though. Like with Taryn. See that?
Tearing up my heart when I'm with you.
You know,
She's a follower on the show, I believe. Right?
yeah, I know.
That's hilarious.
really?
Yeah, I think she is.
So she's heard.
If she listens,
Okay.
I haven't gotten any backlash yet.
Hi, Taryn.
But even with her,
Call
like,
me.
there's been times where some of the family is like, I don't really like her much. And I do, and I have a different relationship with her, though, you know? Like, my relationship with my family is completely different than it is with her, you know?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want that to be intertwined, like you said.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but see, it's not the relationship, like, it's not it being intertwined. It's just you being as familiar with her as you are with your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, just as cool and as open and as straightforward and different things like that. Like,
But see,
how you speak to me is way different than how you speak to Double D. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kind of, sort of.
Now, if it was the other way around, I would want that. I would now if how you speak to me. Let's say you speak to me or you speak to Double D the way you speak to me. If me being the person I am, I would want that familiarity. I would want you. Now, granted, I will never. You guys have like years, so I would never get to that point. But I would still want you to be as comfortable with me as you are with him. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean by familiar. Like my wife, for example, I'm probably like me and my wife. Our comfortability is literally the exact same as like me and my sister or my brother or my
no, I get it.
Like you
but
get
that's
what I'm
why.
saying?
But that's why there's
it's actually
things
more
that,
comfortable.
But that's why there's things that she doesn't know that my family does. You know, about me, and that I just can't have the same relationship with her and in my family. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be an identical relationship. I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
see, for me, it's like I would be closer with my significant other than I am with my family. So I would tell them things that I would not tell
exactly what
my
I was
family.
about to say.
Well,
that's exactly what
there's
I was about
that,
to say.
but then I mean, I just think like my relationship with both of them, it would
That's
be
probably
close.
why he's single and he keeps getting into these relationships.
it would be
that
close.
keep giving us stories.
It would be close with both.
Keep 'em coming.
But it would be different relationships, like the way I would treat them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I've always done business. So
I don't know. I mean,
Business. Vandalay Industries.
importing
and
exports.
I hate you guys. But like with that, like you said, you would want your wife to be closer than your family. Like I keep my family at shoulder length. That's why when I say certain shit, he looks at me like, "Really?" Because there's still like we've been family for 31 years. You know what I'm saying? And there's still shit about me that he doesn't know, and vice versa. So I mean, like I said, it's just I would want that 100% honesty. I would definitely want that 100% honesty. I do want that 100% honesty.
What if she told you that her ex-lover was bigger than you?
I
can't control
knew
that.
it wasn't going to bother him. Whether it doesn't bother you or you just won't ever admit to anything bothering you, I
Exactly.
knew that was going
But
to be your
it
answer.
wouldn't, like, I can't do anything about that.
What if she said that, like, what if she was, like, super honest and she was like, I mean, to be honest, it's like,
We've actually had a conversation about who's the best we ever had.
well, yeah, like, so, but what if she told you, like, yeah, like, you're kind of like a drop-off, but I love you.
Were you there? Because that sounds word for word. I'll take this.
But no, like,
is it
that's
sad?
being
Is it
honest.
sad? What's a drop off?
The drop off's like a cliff.
Like, it's not, like, you, like,
Oh,
he
like
was
I'm
better.
a downgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be sick?
That would have been my reaction right there.
You would have laughed?
Hell yeah!
And she
That
was
shit
sat
is-
there just
that
like
shit is
straight-faced and
funny
everything,
as
like-
hell.
I'm not laughing.
That
It's
shit
serious.
is funny as hell. I'd be like, okay, so why are you with me? Because I'm safe or something like that? Like, why are you? I would want to know why you.
And then
wanna
she
know.
goes, "Don't worry about why I'm with you. Just know that I'm with you."
No, that's
Let's
not
get
acceptable.
mysterious here. I want to
That's not
know.
acceptable.
No, I'm just saying. Like, would you be
All right,
upset?
let's work this out, Double D. You ready?
Okay.
Here it comes.
All
Who am
right,
I?
you started.
Who am I?
You're my wife.
Oh. I feel so honored. That's not at all how your wife
Talks.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Art would be way more accurate to my
Yeah,
wife's.
you
to
do.
my
no,
wife's
no,
swag.
I can't do
You
it.
do
I can't
it.
do it. I
No,
can't.
you gotta be. You
No.
gotta be. Come on.
All right, fuck it. So what am I supposed to say here?
Come on, Double D. You gotta.
All right, what's
You
the
had one
setup?
job.
I'm trying to.
All right, so I am
honey.
a drop off. But what was it? What was it?
You're a drop off.
No, I know what it is.
Downgrade.
In
What
fact,
is all that?
Nobody's crying. Anyway, So they probably sliding down the steps on their sled trying to go outside. But anyway,
Like in Home Alone?
yeah,
Nice.
we do that. But so yeah, I'm a drop off, but she loves me.
Okay. Hey, thanks for. Would you mind sitting on the couch with me? It's just.
Why?
I just need to talk to you about something.
See, that doesn't work for me. What do you just tell me?
Can you? I would really feel better if you would sit down for this.
That's not going to happen. Just
Okay, I'll stand up, I guess. Listen, you know how we were in the bedroom earlier, and I was like, you were screaming things like, "Oh, you're the best I ever had," and this is so good.
no, I
Remember?
No,
Well-
I don't remember that.
Listen,
That's hilarious.
sometimes I fall asleep, maybe a little bit,
My
whenever you're
vagina
making
falls
love to
asleep?
me.
Her vagina
okay.
falls asleep.
Okay.
It's just not great, is what I'm saying. I'm looking to get you some courses. I bought you some courses at the local community college.
Really?
Sex
Now,
ed.
so
Yeah,
is
I
this-
mean, you're not good
is
at
this,
sex.
Is this hands-on courses?
For your for your sake? I hope so, because
I hope so,
you
too.
really need the practice.
Okay.
Have you ever had sex before?
6 times.
6 times.
Yeah.
Not good.
They were with you
Baby, it's not
in the
good.
past 12 years.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, I mean, if we have
You're
more
giving
sex,
me the opposite of an orgasm.
I give you a. Hold on, I'm gonna put this together.
Were you going to say morgasm?
No, Ms.
It would be less gasm, if anything.
Ms. Aggo.
Less-gasm.
Ms. Aggo. I give you a Ms. Aggo.
You gave me a less gasm.
A less gasm.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean,
That has to be a record or something.
you fucking suck at making love, sweetheart.
I'm okay
You
with
suck
that.
dick at fucking pussy.
Hey, maybe that's where your calling is. Maybe that's why you're not that great at it.
Probably. I may be gay. I mean, you do kind of look like a guy.
All right, just keep bringing the money in, and we can cohabitate.
Okay. Well, I don't really see that being the case.
What
Yeah,
do you
you're
mean?
probably gonna be single.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm about to go get these hands-on treatments and
what have I done?
nothing. I really appreciate your input, and but here's the thing: we literally had sex for 6 times in 12 years. I'm pretty sure I know why I'm terrible.
Why is that?
Because we had sex 6 times in 12 years.
All right, so that's how that would go. It didn't turn out the way I was planning on it. Community college courses to get better at sex. How about
Hands
that?
on. Like, just imagine those community college chicks trying to get their credits.
I'd sign up. I'm not even in college. I would enroll for that class. Be an instructor, or maybe you could be like. Have you ever had to sketch a nude person in art class?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it would be like that, except it's not sketching art. It's
When I used to. Anyway, fucking art. Man.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
I used to take these I used to take art classes at the MCG, and like when we would draw and stuff, like they would bring in new people, and everybody would be like, "Oh, they're naked, huh?" And I'm the only person sitting there like, "Have you guys never seen a naked person in real life before?" Like I never understood it.
Have you ever seen that Dave Chappelle episode where he was like doing that? He was painting that lady who was naked in front of him. But all he drew was he drew a stick figure with these big ass
titties.
and then all his hair down by the vagina.
Yeah, I think the Impractical Jokers actually redid that on the one where they were like on a pier and they were making caricatures. But what happened is they already had the picture made, so they had to like just show them the picture, but they had to say a whole bunch of goofy shit while they're doing it.
oh yeah.
You guys need to watch Impractical Jokers. It's funny as hell.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
But yeah. Other than that, are we done?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, well, guys, thank you for listening. And some shit that you hear, hold on.
We're going to need another take on that.
Do you ever see Mo Money with Damon Wayans?
Damon Wayans, no.
Well, he plays that character. He's like, does he? Yeah, he just kind of reminded me of that.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to us. And what you hear, you may like it, you may hate it, you may agree, you may disagree. We may say some shit that you can't relate to, and we may say some shit that you can. I mean, but one thing I can guarantee you is everything you hear will be no filter. Signing off. This is Remorseless.
Me, Double D.
Vandalay Industries.
Such a loser.
That's my name now. It's the entire thing.
All right, man. Thank you for listening.
Hey, you fucks. Never mind who this is. Mind your fucking business. Anywho, sometimes I need a break from cracking skulls. There's no better way to do that than to listen to my Goombas over on the No Filter podcast. Once you look what they got going on over there, hit them up on their social media. Twitter, at network_EMP. Instagram, EMP Network 412. And Facebook, EMP Network. Do yourself a favor and check this shit out. If not, I'll break your fucking neck and throw you in the Hudson with some concrete Timberlands. Have a nice day, cocksuckers.